We finish up for proper 15 lectionary 20, August 16, 2026, with the gospel. We're in the Gospel of Matthew. It's lectionary year A. Remember, there's 3 years of lectionary readings. Every year has a set of appointed readings, and they go in a cycle every 3 years. After the 3rd year, we start over again with year A. We're in year A right now. Year A will end in November of 2026, and we'll start a new lectionary year with Advent, and that'll be year B, lectionary B. So year A is the year of Matthew. Most of the gospel readings for the entire year of every year A come from Matthew. So that's why we're in Matthew right now. Chapter 15, verses 21 to 28. This is the story of the faithful Canaanite woman. Canaan, that's where Abraham came from. God led him from Ur, where he used to live, to Canaan. And that's where he set up his tent and where his land was. So there's a Canaanite woman, not a Jew. All of the readings this week, remember, are about foreigners and their relationship to God's Israel. So there's this Canaanite woman, and she comes out and sees the disciples and Jesus, and she starts making a fuss. She's got a daughter who is possessed by demons, and she wants Jesus to do something about it. Verse 23, he did not answer her a word. And the disciples came and kept asking him to send her away, for she's shouting. They don't like it. She's attracting a lot of attention. She's annoying. She's not a Jew. She's a woman. She's out of line, out of place, and making a spectacle of herself. And they think they're indignant about this. They don't think that Jesus should allow it. But Jesus, this is verse 24, he answered and said, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Jesus' ministry is to the Jews, to Israel. Who's the first person that he revealed himself to? Do we remember? Over in John chapter 4, it was a Samaritan woman. A woman, not a Jew. His primary ministry, the reason for which he came is because the Messiah is supposed to come from the Jews, and he did. And so his preference is for the Jews first. But his intent, since before the foundation of the world, is to redeem the world, all its people, all creation. So he tells this woman, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But we know already from John that isn't entirely what he means. He means primarily, I'm focused on the Jews. I got to get the Jews first. And it turns out, if you look at Jesus's ministry, it was a colossal failure. The Jews not only didn't believe in him, they had him executed. And not just a quick, painless death, hung on an instrument of torture that is designed for maximum pain, drawn out in public. That's not a great testament to the success of your ministry. The Jews rejected him. So Jesus is telling her, I have other sheep over here. They come first. And obviously, he knows everything that's going to happen. So he's saying this for the benefit of his disciples and for us. He knew that these words were going to be written down and that 2,000 years of people are going to read them. He's saying this for our benefit. The Jews come first. Obviously, everybody else is included also. All you have to do is believe in me, Jesus says. But the Jews come first. And this woman isn't a Jew. She came and began to bow down before him, saying, Lord, help me. She is desperate. She's not a believer, but there's something about him that she has heard or seen. She's had some kind of experience of him, and she knows that he has something that she needs. Verse 26, he answered and said, "It is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." Jesus is not calling this woman a dog. He is not referring to her with a certain cuss word that we shouldn't use of women, right? That's not what he's doing. Jesus doesn't do that. So we can just dismiss that right away. He's saying, my ministry primarily is to the house of Israel, to the Jews. You're not included in that. It's not that I can't help you, but you need to know, and I need you to know, and I need my disciples to know, and I need 2,000 years of people coming after this to know that the Jews are the priority. They're the chosen ones. We're not taking their bread, he means himself, and throwing it to the dogs. He means to people who aren't Jews. But she said, this is verse 27, "Yes, Lord." She gets it. She knows. She understands what his purpose is. We don't know how, but she does. She goes on, though. "Even the dogs feed on the crumbs which fall from their master's table." Sometimes little drips come down. Yep, you don't take what's meant for this household and give it to somebody else. But there's crumbs sometimes that fall. She knows her place, and she is not disrespectful or haughty or upset about it. Then Jesus answered and said to her, "Oh, woman, your faith is great. Be it done for you as you wish." And her daughter was healed at once. She got what she wanted because he wanted it that way. None of this caught him off guard. The disciples wanted him to leave her in the dust, move on, ignore her, tell her to go away. And he says, Number one, you guys are first. But number two, she's not excluded. The fact that you guys are first does not exclude her or anybody like her. Being the chosen ones doesn't mean that only you are chosen. There's lots of others. This is hard. It's impossible for Jews because their understanding of themselves was that they were the only ones who were chosen. They can't stand it that God wants to choose everybody. Which from a Christian perspective just seems so awful. How can you guys think that he would keep himself just for you? That he would create all these other people and just condemn them to death? To endless torment without him? That's not your God, is it? So, the children's bread goes to the dogs. So the crumbs of the children's bread goes to the dogs. We're the dogs, right? Christians, we weren't Jews first, but the crumbs fell from their table. Why? Because they didn't want them. They still don't want them. So we benefit from their transgression. They can come right back into the covenant. It was for them first. They're his priority. But so are we. It's hard. It's complicated. I hope this makes sense. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this.